Yon! Magandang araw, class. Welcome to our subject, theory and practice of planning. So, for this topic, we will talk about the Baroque period and the early civilization. Basically, this is part 3 of our discussion. No? This is the part 3 of our module 1. Okay, so we will talk about the Baroque period and related developments up to the Spanish colonial period. So please allow me to share my screen. By the way, baka nagtataka kayo no why we want to maximize the asynchronous session. Because uh, para kung sakaling bumagyo, no? Laging bumabagyo for the past halos ano na no, halos isang buwan na tayong walang pasok. Kaya ng face to face rather no. So para ma-review niyo rin yung mga lecture no. Hindi lang basta PDF. Maganda kasi na merong input directly, no? Na malay nyo, may mamiss kayo sa notes nyo, no? During discussion. Pero syempre, maganda pa rin yung live and face-to-face discussion. Mas interactive yung learning natin. So, sige, let's start. Now, what is the Baroque period? From 1600s to 1740s, no? Mid-70s. It marked the monumentalism, at the same time, grandeur, reflecting the power of monarchs. Ano ba ibig sabihin, class, pag sinabing monarchs? Monarkiya. Ibig sabihin, kaharian. Meron kang hari, meron kang reyna, meron kang mga prinsipe, meron kang mga prinsesa. No? So, the architecture and urban design, di ba, the idea pa lang, di ba? The idea pa lang of having kings and queens is already grandeur to us. As of today, tama ba? Alam mo na may corona sila, naggawa sa ginto, puno ng mga diamante, ng mga diamonds. Hence, lahat yun nagsimula dito. Okay? The dramatic wealth focusing also on strong focus on religious devotion. So as we have said, no, grandeur reflecting design impress, no? Design to impress. Yung pag nakita mo yung building, wow. 'Di ba? Yan yung mga ganyan, no? Mga curvature, no? It signifies elegance. It signifies infinite power, no? Kaya bilog. Mapapansin yung mga bilog yung mga infrastructure diyan kasi 'di ba? Yung ano ba symbol ng infinity? Pabilog, 'di ba? So yun, no? Majestic boulevards reflecting cities featured wide boulevards with large open spaces enhancing the sense of grandeur, 'di ba? When we have open space, parang relaxing, parang ang taas ng class. Pansinin niyo no, pag mga TikToker, no, mga vlog, high ceiling, yung mga bahay. Tama ba? Hindi lang normal na, ang standard height kasi no, sa engineering sa architecture class is 2.4 meters ang isang kwarto. So hindi ganun. Sa mga simpleng bahay, di ba, naglalakihan yung mga kurtina, di ba, yung mga mahaba, and it signifies a large open space. Doon pa lang eh. Di ba, nakikita mo na grand na. So ngayon, lalo dito, okay, mga palasyo with open space. Kasama na doon yung luxurious design, no? With decorative portals, fronts, gates, often overloaded with ornamentation, vegetation, mga halaman. Okay? Influence of religious orders. So, as we have discussed from the past two lectures, no? Pinapakita dito how they put reverence, no, meron silang reverence when it comes, the way they worship, no? The way they practice their faith, their religions. So kasama na yun dito. Kasi bandang panahon, mga panahong ito, hindi pa no separate the church and state. Wala pang ganong idea. Kasi ngayon, 'di ba, separate na yung sabi sa konstitusyon natin, the separation of church and state shall be inviolable. Kaya hindi pwedeng makailam ang gobyerno sa mga religious organizations at vice versa. Okay? So maraming issue yun. Pero let's focus lang muna sa theory and practice of planning. Emotional accessibility. Ito, let's highlight this, no? Emotional response. Making them more relatable to the public. Di ba pag nakapunta ka sa isang palasyo, ano ba to? Mga, I would say, ano ba mga grand na lugar na napuntahan ko? Siguro Angkor Wat, no? Yung mga ganung ano. Yung for some reason, mapapatigil ka lang. Actually sa ano? Sa yung mga heritage areas. For example, when I visited Hiroshima, Japan, I was in the atomic, ano, no? Meron dong museum. Mapapawaw ka na lang. Mapapa-reflect ka sa buhay mo. Na buti hindi pa ako buhay nung ano, no, nung World War II. Baka mamaya nasabugan ako nung ano, atomic bomb. Bigyan ka ng reflection. Yung mai-invoke sa'yo yung feeling na ah na ay, ganito pala yung nangyari sa kanila. And for some reason, ganun din dito. The magnificent, the awe, the reverence na mapapa-reflect ka once na makita mo yung mga ganitong grand designs. No? The wealth and power statement, the building serve as visible statements of the wealth and authority of the church. Another example, the St. Peter's Basilica. Ako na sa hindi pa ako nakapunta dyan, to be honest. And I would love to visit someday. So the Palace of Versailles, known for its Hall of Mirrors. Anong meron sa mga ano salamin class? Anong meron sa mga design na merong salamin? Kapag ang bahay mo, no? Kunyari, glass windows, no? Expect 2 to 3 times mas mataas ang presyo than the normal house. Believe me. Believe me. Kasi, ang estimate natin no, that will be 25 to 30,000 because of inflation. 25,000 to 30,000 per square meter. Pero pag naglagay ka na ng mga glass, no, yung meron kang isang malaking wall na merong pader doon, merong glass window, believe me, magiging 2 to 3 times more expensive yun. So, pwede ka mag-estimate dyan ng 40K per square meter, no? So, that will be 4 million in a 100 square meter house. Because the glass symbolizes what? Grandeur. Okay, class, elegance. Yan. Yan, no? Ito yung tinutukoy ko, class. Mga glasses, no? Diba? Eh, mga ganyan. Chandelier. Mapapaano ka na lang, di ba? Mapapawaw ka pag nakapasok ka sa ganyan. Mabilis lang sa Baroque, no? Baroque period. Now let's talk about Spanish colonial town planning. Dito medyo makaka-relate na tayo. Kasi alam naman natin, no? Nasakop tayo ng bansang Espanya for approximately 300 plus years, no? Kaya we are heavily influenced when it comes to design of their planning. Inspired by the Italian Renaissance experiences from the Americas. It was codified laws. By the way, ang mga batas din natin is nagmistulang kopya, no? Ano bang example nito? Ito. I have here the civil code, no? Civil law reviewer. Ang galing ang ano natin, karamihan ng batas natin saan? Kodigo Sibil ng Espanya. Meron tayong Kodigo Penal when it comes sa penal code. Okay? Na ano lang, syempre, na ginawang English, no? And na-appeal tuloy. Na-amend na. Kasi na-update na yung presyo ng mga penalty. Meron ng mga development ng mga batas. We have now the revised penal code and now the civil code. Ito pala, sa likuran ko, no? This is the civil code of the Philippines. Ayan. So the civil code of the Philippines. Okay, so the laws was codified, the code, no? by King Philip II. So galing din kay King Philip kaya na ipangalan ang bansang Pilipinas. Okay? So settlements required consent of natives guided by civilization and God. So dito makikita natin how the Spanish people, the colonialism also uh, talagang tinanin talaga nila ang religious faith nila sa atin. Okay? With the guiding principle of do no harm but be ready to defend and other related information. Ito na. So this is a classic design ng Town Plaza. And believe me, no, in your assessment later on or within this week or next week, no, gagawa tayo ng assessment, aalamin nyo yung inyong mga towns, no, and naniniwala ako personal na ganyan pa rin ang design up until today. Sabi niya dito sa Santa Rosa, no? Katabi ng simbahan, McDo ni Alden, malapit sa City Hall, malapit sa PNP, malapit sa mga offices. Yan, no? Government, mga tindahan, yan the church. Now let's talk about the Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution marked up a pivotal period in history beginning in the late 18th century and extending into the early 20th century, transforming economies from agrarian-based systems to industrial powerhouse. Take note. From dati, no, na, di ba yung transition nito, naalala nyo class? Hunting to agriculture, then ito na. The introduction of machineries. Pinapadali na yung buhay. Kung dati may kalabaw ka na tumutulong sa'yo magsaka, ngayon, meron ka ng tools and equipment. At hindi lang pagsasaka. Nagkaroon na ng mga kotse, nagkaroon na ng mga motor, nagkaroon na ng mga engine works, mechanical works, that machines are provided for them to have an efficient work environment. Okay? So hence, na-develop na rin ang iba't ibang modes of transportation. Ayan, no? Saktong mga barns, mga farms. Okay. Industrial machinery, coal iron pala to, hindi pala ito So for coaling mukha lang siyang sakahan. And steam engine for your locomotives. The emergence of machine production and heavy engineering created also new industries and job opportunities. Hence, dahil nag-focus sa labor, ano naman yung napabayaan dito, class? Yung safety. Okay? Napabayaan yung safety, napabayaan yung the way people should take healthy precaution. Kaya magkakaroon din ng movement right after this development. No? May mga pag-aaklas din. Kasi may inaalipin na yung mga laborers. And yung itong industrial revolution, no, class, siguro na lang, additional learning information. I want you to watch the series The Men Who Built The Men Who Built America. That's a very wonderful series, no? So the people who are involved in the Industrial Revolution are the people who are the richest now. So hindi ko sila papangalanan. It's for your own discovery. Kasi they have developed mga steels, they have developed mga machineries that later on transcended, no, up until today ginagamit natin. Okay? So there was notable decline in inumpisa na mortality rates. 'Di ba yung binanggit ko kanina na sobrang hindi na pahalagahan yung safety ng tao, namamatay dahil sa sakit, dahil sa usok, among others. Urban areas became hubs for workers. So naging trabahador, mga workplace na. Yung mga dating commercial areas. So the urban population composed of the industrial workers, the self-employed, the businessmen, the burgess, yung mga may-ari, no? Sila mismo yung nag-develop, and then the underclass. The people, so simulat sa pool, meron ng mga poor people, no? Because of siguro inequality, deprivation, oppression, among others. So the public health challenges included the following: lack of sanitation, unsafe drinking water, 'di ba? Ebola virus, nandiyan na E. coli, poor air quality because of the emission, mga usok, hence the low life expectancy of people during this time. And interestingly, class, no? Makikita natin na how will it relate to us. So in 1842, meron ng argument si Sir Chadwick about a healthier population would work harder and cost less to keep alive. So pinapatamaan na, no? Pinapatamaan na niya yung mga burgis, yung mga businessman, yung mga nagpapatrabaho. Nagbibigay ka nga ng trabaho pero pinapatay mo yung mga tao mo. Kaya yun yung punto dito. So we want a healthier population that would work harder and cost less to keep alive. Kasi literal eh. Isang kahig, isang tuka. Doon galing yung konsepto na yun, class. Magtatrabaho ka magdamag, sasweldo ka ng gabi, then yun yung ipangkakain mo. Ipangkakain ng pamilya mo. Okay? So, tatapusin natin doon para maayos ang segmentation natin. So that it will be for Baroque period up to the Industrial Revolution before we proceed to the Conservation and Parks movement. So feel free to comment down in this video if you have any question. Okay. So see you on the next video.